Hello, fellow traders. 'Tis I, the Rumpled One. It's Monday, October the 17th, Boss's Day. I'm bringing you the TROZone's dashboard, how to make money with it. I've added so many columns, but, it doesn't matter. The idea is we need to make money. So, let me show you one way to make money with it. The trade column. This is for reversal trades, and right now it's in the rat zone. The range is above the minimum ATR range, and P means it's above or a pivot point is in the ATR. And you can see here the mid between R1 and R2. We're right at that level. We're within a couple of pips. So you see here, that's the alert you're getting. And so we've got 3 out of 5. Once it gets up just a couple of more pips, it'll also be above the H1 highest open for today, and it'll be in the ATR zone. And when that happens, I'm going to go short. And even if it doesn't happen, I will most likely go short because it's right there in that area. So we've got on the hour, we're about 25 past the hour. Okay, so see now we're in that zone. So what I'll do is I'll also come and check out my plot by date chart. And you can see here's the high of the FOMC back in July. Here's the NFP low of August. The NFP low of October's right here. And you can see it bounced off the low of the July FOMC meeting minutes. Right there. And we're on a daily chart. So this is what's happening today. And you can also just see here, it's broken above the previous day's high. But because it's in the ATR zone, right there, see it just fell out. So I was talking, I should have been trading. But let's just go ahead and put a short on just because. It fell out. I probably could have had about 2 pip better entry right there. So while we're waiting for this trade to make some pips, I'll show you a couple of new columns that I added. And of course, whenever I do these videos, it wants to make me look bad. But I added the percent change column. This is today's close over yesterday's close to see if it's up or down. Then I also added the weekly open gap right here. And you can see that the gaps have filled. This was a gap down, so it filled. Or I think it's the other way. This is a gap down that filled. This is a gap up that filled. Let's just put it on a weekly chart here so we can determine it. Let's see. This right here, NZD. Yeah, it was a gap up. That's green, meaning gap up. And it filled to the downside. And you can see here, the EUR GBP still hasn't filled that gap right there. Might even be a little bit easier to see on the daily, because see right there is the close. It looks close on the chart, but not quite when you're looking at the actual values. It's close though. But anyway, let's go back to that New Zealand dollar. And I think we were looking at the 5 minutes. So, okay, you see it's starting to come back down. But remember, we've got the spread. This is the TRO spread dots indicator. It would be in the TRO build 1000. And I like to use the stars, just because I use so many other things, dots, diamonds, dashes. I had to find something to distinguish between the two. So How to make money? Once again, all I do is for the reversals trades, I just wait. And I also have an alert set on this where it can do it once it will do it once a bar. And actually I had, let's see, do I have the alerts on or off? Sound alert false. So let's turn that to true. And then you see here, let's do it like that. And let's see if we get any alerts. And that was interesting. Sometimes these things don't like to work when I'm making a video. What did I do wrong? Because I know it was making a lot of noise before. Okay, one other thing you can do is you can show the messages. I think I've showed you this before, but it'll tell you what's going on. Now, I think I've showed you this also. Sometimes if the messages are sticking out of your charts, you can change the filler, and so it won't fill it so much. And if you really wanted to, you could change it. You can get rid of this message altogether. Maybe put it to 40. I'm not sure what the longest message is, but now it doesn't stick out in your charts. So we'll just have to wait patiently here for this to drop and pay off. Okay, let's come back to here. Now, you might not be a reversal type trader. You might like inside bars, and this is daily. So let's see here. If you look at the EUR, and we're looking at the daily, you can see right there, this bar is an inside bar. Okay, and if you had taken the short at that level, there were pips to be made, because that's at 114.20 or so. And the low of the day right over here is 114.01. So right there was your trade. And let's see, the pound dollar also had a inside bar breakout trade. And I've got this set up for the default is daily, but if you like, it's the previous day. And let's see, inside bar period. Oh, one other thing, I learned how to use the enums if you're a coder. So see, right now you can use the drop down and rather than you have to remember. So you can change these breakouts here. So this would be the previous hour. So you can see here we've got an inside bar on JPY. Okay, maybe I'm gonna have to fix that one too. Okay, looks like I'm gonna have to fix that one too. I hadn't tested that. I wonder why I did that. That's interesting, but I'll have that fixed shortly, because that won't be hard. Obviously I must have forgot to pass a parameter. But see, wait a minute here. Inside bar 1. Yeah, that's not right. So let's go back and see what the New Zealand trade's doing. And look at the 5 minute. Okay. It's kind of waffling right now. But it did come out of that zone. You can see here, now the ask price is still right there at the edge. And we're going against the green H1. It's now 8:32 a.m. my time, 11:32 a.m. New York time. So we actually took this short against the green H1 and a green D1, but we did it because of the ATR, the average true range. So once again, the minimum average true range would have been the value of ATR4, and the daily range of 5 plus 59, 64, is greater than this ATR4, and that's why we have the M right there. It's exceeded the minimum. So we know it's getting into the zone, because the zone, the way I have it calculated, is we take the low of the day and we add it to the ATR, and that's where the zone starts. Now this is the maximum. ATR 10 is the maximum ATR, and the indicator searches from ATR 2 through ATR 14 and picks out the min and the max and then plots the zones. And you can see here how it had escaped out of this zone earlier, but you have to remember these zones move, so as it made new highs, this zone goes up. I'm thinking about changing it, but I don't know, because sometimes you can look at charts and history and go, wait a minute, that's not right. But for dynamic trading, which is the market's live, things are moving, that's why things have to move on the chart. And see right now, once again, ATR zone, rat zone, above the highest open. It's exceeded the minimum ATR, and it's within the pivot point, within 2 pip threshold of the pivot point. And it might go up, and I might even add on to that trade. Now, once again, breakout traders, you got the inside bar break, the inside bar break, the outside bar break. You've also you've got the in this case the 3 a.m. break. You've got the break in the buy zone. That's a breakout trade right here at the daily open. Within I think there's a 5 pip threshold I have it set for. So if it goes 5 pips above, you go long. 5 pips below, you go short. And the wick zone, which is yesterday's high, you can see here you could have taken that breakout trade, and if you did, you'd be up about 3-4 pips right now, taking the breakout trade there. So that is how you make money with the TRO zones dashboard indicator. And I've got, a little over a minute left here. I guess I might have to make a follow-up video to this to let you know how this trade turned out, or you can look and see for yourself. As always, fellow traders, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. TheRumpledOne, signing off.